What is up everyone, do I have some quality info for you today. And just before we begin today's video, I just want to say we will be live streaming later on. We will be live streaming how to get full body tracking with your phones, because the developers over at V Smart Tracker fixed the issue where your Android phone wouldn't connect to your PC. So I'm going to be live streaming that with you guys later on, and we're going to try make it happen live. And without any further ado, let's get straight into the news. So I have some good news for all you Oculus Quest 2 people out there, that is including myself. The Oculus Quest 2 Pro, or the Oculus Quest 3, is not coming this year. And the Oculus Quest 2 will have a very long lifespan. Two of Facebook's most vocal leaders in virtual reality, Vice President Andrew Bosworth and Consulting Technical Officer John Carmack, took part in a question and answer session on Twitter on Friday, April 16th. After soliciting questions from Twitter users, their conversation covered a number of topics, and one of those topics was the Oculus Quest 2 Pro. So, let me read you a quote from that question and answer session. People are also asking about the Oculus Quest 3, which doesn't exist yet, and everyone who is listening to us who is a reporter, there isn't a Quest 3. There's only a Quest 2, but I did hint at an AMA earlier this year about the Quest Pro, because we do have a lot of things in development where we want to introduce new functionality to the headset along the lines that people theorized that we would introduce, which is probably along the lines of finger tracking. And that's a little ways off still. It's not going to happen this year, which means the Quest 3 is almost definitely not going to happen this year. Because if the Oculus Quest 2 Pro isn't happening this year, who knows when the Quest 3 is going to happen. For those who are curious, the Quest 2 is going to be in the market for a while, for a long while. And it's going to be, I think the best bet for the most accessible way to get into VR and have a great experience. And I have to agree with that. Some people don't mind selling their soul to Facebook, and most people that buy the Quest 2 know exactly what they're getting into. And I mean, yeah, it's expanding the virtual world to so much more people, and the fact that they are hinting towards this being here for a very, very long time, it means we don't have to worry about the Oculus Quest 2 being outperformed this year. But that raises a couple of questions. If you guys were waiting for a Quest 3 this year, it's not over the horizon anymore. Meaning, do you get the Quest 2, or do you wait for some other headsets to come out? I mean, we're currently waiting on the Deca Gear, which is supposed to be a very, very good headset, and they are currently delivering, especially on the Deca Move. And we are also waiting on the HTC standalone headset that is supposedly coming May 11th. Now, HTC has been a little bit more confusing in the tweets recently, where they tweeted out a classroom and the headset, maybe hinting towards this being an educational headset, but that doesn't match with any of the other info I have, so it's just very confusing. We just need to wait till May 11th, or who knows, maybe even Valve's gonna release something, even though that is much less likely. I don't think we've got any info on a Valve standalone headset currently, except for a few patents. So yeah, that raises that big question. What do you do now? I don't know. Personally, I really don't know what to tell you. I would say wait until May 11th. But you know what? I want to hear your opinions down in the comment section below. What do you guys think about this? Are you buying the Quest 2? Are you waiting for a different headset? Do you believe that Zuck is actually a lizard and came down from the depths of hell to steal your information? Let me know down below. Now, yesterday we had info about Resident Evil 4 coming as an exclusive to the Oculus Quest 2. Well, now we have information that that is, as a matter of fact, coming on later this year, because we didn't actually have a proper release date, and as much as we still don't have a proper release date, we have this quote. A press release from Capcom confirms that the game is arriving later this year. A release window for the game wasn't confirmed during yesterday's Resident Evil showcase event. So now we have that information. It's coming on later this year, and as much as it is an exclusive, people have been saying in the comment section, and I do agree with you, that people are going to find a way to modify it, hopefully to work with the Quest 1, maybe just decrease the graphics a little bit more than they probably already will be. But yeah, I mean, people will always find a way. It's just kind of unfortunate that it isn't PC VR, because I love the Quest 2, don't get me wrong, but PC VR would have been so much more powerful. You could probably do so much more things. I don't know, it's still a pretty old game, so hopefully we don't lose out too much on functionality. It's still very exciting. It's just, I feel like they missed out. I mean, people still have a Rift S, people still have a Quest 1. I mean, What about those people? And I mean, even if they didn't want to do it for the Quest 1 because limitations, they could have done it for PC VR and allowed the Link and allowed the Rift S to play. Just my two cents on that. Now, this one is a little bit old, but I actually didn't know that this existed, and it was brought to my attention in a tweet. It was a tweet by Mr. Sims. It looks like we can create multiple homes in the Oculus app on PC and invite our friends to it. I mean, I knew we could create a home and invite our friends to it, but apparently we can create multiple homes. And again, this isn't new. I did Google it, and there's actually info about this from 2018, but I didn't know about it, and I'm bringing the info out to you guys. Now let's talk a little bit about every game that supports 120 Hz, because you know what, guys, you need to stop bullying Oculus support, okay? So many people are deciding to go and live chat with Oculus support about getting 120 Hz early, about trying to get the zip file. They ain't gonna give it to you guys. And when you ask them about the release date, they keep giving everyone else different information. They're like, oh yeah, it started rolling out this week. Oh yeah, it actually hasn't started rolling out yet. Oh yeah, only 10% of users have gotten it. You know what, guys? They ain't gonna give you any information that's gonna help you. But it does seem that a certain amount of people did get V28, and there are already games that have been in the testing for it. So we have Cubism. We talked about that. Cubism being one of the first games to support 120 Hz. 11 Table Tennis, a game that will greatly benefit from 120 Hz. Racket Fury, another game that will greatly benefit from 120 Hz because of fast reaction times. And those seem to be the only games we currently have. The virtual desktop developer is also seemingly working on 120 Hz, but hasn't received the update yet, so he can't test it. And talking about 120 Hz, we have a quote from the Cubism developer on 120 Hz. Did a bit more testing, still finding some extended frame drops when using hand tracking. Also did a battery test and found that 10 minutes of playing at 120 Hz with hands can drain about 15% of battery. I'll likely put 120 Hz behind a setting for now, just to be safe. So it does seem that you're going to get about 70 minutes of playtime with hand tracking with 120 Hz. I don't know what it's like with controllers. Some developers are saying it's not actually that much of a drop with controllers because of how heavily optimized their games will be for that 120 Hz, but there's just something about hand tracking at 120 Hz that pushes the headset to the max, and just the battery just doesn't like it. And I mean, that's understandable. The processor needs to work quite intensively with 120 Hz and hand tracking. And let's just remember, it's not being cooled in the best way possible. We have heat limitations here. There's just one little fan, and I don't think that fan is running at full speed. Just give us control of the fan, Oculus. Seriously, just give us control of the fan. When I'm wearing headphones, I don't care if the thing is going. I just don't. And a few days ago, we were talking about the Metaverse, the Oasis, and how this is going to be created. And a lot of people really seemed to enjoy that chat. And you know what? I enjoyed it with you guys as well. Some people are saying it was like PlayStation Home all over again with the Nexus and everything. And to be fair, that was a very good concept. I don't think it ever came into action, but I do remember seeing those trailers back in the day on the PlayStation 3. Now, a lot of people were also giving me explanations about how VR chat is made by the user. Yeah, guys, I have nothing against VR chat. I love VR chat, and the people on the Discord will know that I spend maybe a little too much time in VR chat. It's just, I'm thinking of something a little bit more polished, something with an actual nexus where you can meet up with your friends. And I think Unreal Engine now has the potential with metahumans to create something absolutely unbelievable. So, you know what? I'm still looking forward to it. I'm still looking forward to see what Epic Games can create, even though some of you in the comment section seem to hate them. I do think metahumans has a huge potential in a metaverse, in an Oasis. But you know what? You guys might have your own opinions on that, and I'm looking forward to hearing about them down below. But something was brought to my attention, something that I had no clue existed. And I know that this isn't exactly the newest thing, but since I didn't know it existed, you guys might not know it exists either. Earth 2. Yeah, someone is building the metaverse, but they are literally making a second Earth. And you shouldn't have told me about this because I went buying land. Now don't worry, I didn't buy a lot of land, and currently Earth 2 is being used as a trading platform, and there are people saying that it might be a scam. And I talk about this a little bit more later, but the point I want to focus on right now is what their goal is and what I think about that goal. So yeah, you can buy land on Earth 2 with real money, and it seems that people have already purchased Morskie Oko, which is exactly what I was going to go for, but I'm not salty about that at all, guys. And it seems like a really, really cool concept. Now, imagine that. Imagine Earth 2 in VR. Now, Earth 2 is currently, I couldn't find any sort of client for it, so currently it is just a flat 2D plane where you can buy land, it seems, and that makes sense because currently Earth 2 is on its first phase, the trading platform phase, where you can buy, trade, and claim land. However, what I want to focus on is their larger vision, because they aimed for Earth 2 to be the beginning of Earth's fully immersive virtual reality, similar to The Matrix or Ready Player One, and that is super, super exciting. Looking at their videos, the concept and what they're going for seems really, really cool, and I cannot wait to see where this goes. I've always been intrigued by these things where people create a second Earth, whether it's in Minecraft or whether it is a genuine second Earth, where you can create, buy land with real coordinates in the real world before buildings were there. It's really, really cool to me. I love that concept, and that would be a great metaverse. As much as I would love for other worlds to be there as well, not just our current world, I would love our current world and Earth 2 to also be part of the metaverse, where people could possibly buy that land and build whatever they want on it. You just buy your own house and build your dream house on that land. I find that concept really cool, but I don't want only that to be the metaverse, because we already have that right here. So I think we have so much more opportunities within a metaverse, within an Oasis, that it would be a shame to kind of keep constrained to our current planet. Like when you were flying through the worlds in the Oasis at the beginning, you could see multiple other worlds, like the Minecraft world. I think there's just so much opportunity to play around with here, but I did want to bring Earth 2 to your guys' attention. And as much as I wouldn't necessarily push you guys to instantly start investing into land, because that might not be the best idea, especially since there are multiple Reddit threads about this being a possible scam, I still love the idea of it. And if they don't do it, I would love someone else to do it in the future. And the only reason I'm bringing this one to your attention is because this is the only one that was brought to my attention. But once again, do your research and don't instantly invest into something. And some people even see it as a trading platform, and I feel that can be kind of dangerous. So just be careful. And yeah, that's that. And at the very end here, I just have a friendly reminder for you guys that the Humble Bundle is actually still active. There's a huge sale happening on Humble Bundle with the Spring into VR bundle and a bunch of other sales as well. So if you guys are in the market for some Steam VR games, make sure to check that out. I will be doing probably like 2 more giveaways of the Humble Bundle or something on the Discord or on the live stream today. So do make sure to stay tuned for that, and do make sure to pop in for that live stream later on today. Hey, what's up guys? It is once again your daily reminder at the end of the video that YouTube might be unsubscribing you, because I am still receiving messages. So in case you guys want to be subscribed or were subscribed, just make sure you still are. So that is going to be it for today's video. Thank you all so much for joining me. I hope you all have a fantastic day. If you guys liked it, please leave a like. If you guys disliked it, I guess this button works too, but please tell me why down in the comment section below. If you guys are not yet part of our community, make sure to join our Discord down below. Make sure to join our Reddit, post your spice memes on there. And if you guys would like to support the channel any way, shape, or form, we've got sick mugs down below that boost your FPS by 300% and merch that doesn't put a huge ad on your body. And if you guys would like to be notified of extra content coming up on the channel daily, make sure to smack that subscribe button with your forehead, ding my bell, and see you again in the next video. Peace.